we get a chance to talk to a man who's been a part of the Braves, and he can help us talk about the past, the present, and the future, as well as some other things, as this man has been an 8-year major leaguer, 5 years with the Atlanta Braves. He played in the World Baseball Classic as a player and now was a pitching coach in the last version. He is former Atlanta Brave Jair Jurrjens, who joins us here in the locker room on the Fan, 680 and 93.7 FM. Jair, thank you for your time in the locker room this morning.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Braves country. How's everybody doing?
We're doing well, man. You're looking sharp and spiffy. You baseball players don't let yourselves go, man.
I try to keep myself young.
What do you do? Are you an early riser? You're a workout guy? A lot of football guys I've been talking to, when they get done, they don't want to go to a weight room. They don't want to lift a weight. They've done all of the weightlifting and they are done. What do you do to keep yourself in great shape and keep moving with your family and your youngsters in the house?
I tried that route for 2 weeks, and getting up in the morning was getting more painful. And I decided to get back in the gym and get after it.
Well, we have a lot we want to get over with you, as there's a lot going on. First, tell us about the World Baseball Classic. A lot of juice, a lot of people consuming it for the first time, and we got to see the passion that went into it when teams and players were really, really trying to get those dubs.
It's surprising because I played in the first one.
2006, yeah?
Yes. As a 18-year-old kid, seeing all these big leaguers in front of me actually really opened my eye to, like, I really want to become a big leaguer. You know, just imagine, I remember going down to the lobby and seeing Alfonso Soriano with Big Papi and Bill Trey. I'm like, wow, you know, this is where I want to get to. And when I had a chance to, get on the field and play against Puerto Rico and actually face my future, at that time, Ivan Rodriguez, catcher that actually catch my first game.
That's crazy.
And it was a dream come true. You know, it's the first step, and it's surprising that people are finally catching up to WBC. I think it shows that this is a game. It's not a job, and especially for us, the Latin American, is what we live for, and it's a way for us to provide for our family. And we really take it personally when we wear our nation on our chest. And like I've been telling everybody, I think my hardest thing I ever had to do is wear Curaçao or the Netherlands on my chest. Now, playing for the Braves was a dream, but for the country is different because I'm a stepping stone for the next future.
Sure.
If I fail, I close doors.
Why does it mean so much to the Latin American players? We were talking about during the tournament how it felt like certain countries play with more passion than others do.
I think if anybody goes to this country and see where we come from, or the way our family lives, or the struggle we go through, you see why. Again, for me, if it wasn't for Andrew, I would not be sitting here with you guys. And
Andrew Jones?
Yes, Andrew Jones, Hall of Famer. And we really took it to heart to keep representing Curaçao as much as possible to open doors for the next generation. And like I say, that's why I tried to conduct myself as the best as possible as a pro. But when I wear the Netherlands or the Curaçao jersey, I changed for sure.
Now, him as the manager, one of your heroes, one of the all-time greats, and as you just point out now, Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
How much fun and how much business was it? Were there times when you're like, man, this is cool watching him get to manage it? And were there times as pitching coach, all right, come on, Andrew, what are you doing here?
For me, it was different because I didn't play for him. But I think for the guys, it's just like playing for Bobby Cox. You know, it's a guy that you grow up analyzing, and in a way, you got to be thankful for us all to be here. He's our first superstar. And you can see, I think some of the guys had more pressure this time. You know, it's like you want to help him, start his managerial career on the good note. And lucky enough, we did have that chance to do it.
Jair Jurrjens, former major leaguer, former Atlanta Brave, joining us here in the locker room on the Fan, 680, 93.7 FM.
So we've been talking a lot about our current Braves and the situation they got going on, and I'm sure you dealt with some nicks and knacks and bruises and injuries throughout the course of your career.
100%.
The Braves have been what feels like snake bit the last couple years. Yes. And once again, we get the news yesterday that Spencer Strider is going to deal with an oblique and miss the first at least a couple weeks of the season. How does the rest of the pitching staff, say you're on it, come together and figure out how to get through the first month of baseball with 3 or 4 of the supposed starters on IL.
I think the Braves I want to say in good hands, but they got an ace. You know, with Strider would it be you have 1-2 punch, but if you have the ace of the staff still healthy and go out there and perform,
Curaçao?
Yes, Curaçao. It helps the young guys have a leader to follow. You know, you can watch how he prepare himself every 5 days, what it takes to be an ace too. Then I know everybody wants Strider in the rotation, but if Seal is still going, I think the Braves still have a good chance.
I think Finn wanted to ask if you had any innings left in you.
I wish. If not, I would be pitching for the Devils.
Was there a veteran? Was there a veteran ace early in your career that you looked up to? And learned a lot from?
I had a lot. Honestly. Even I had Smoltzy. Even it wasn't part of it, but it's just being around, seeing the aura, see how he works, even during this. Rehab, Tim Hudson, one of the guys, like Ashley took me on the wings. He gave me one of the best advice I ever had when I got traded over here. And the one guy that I actually clicked with was Javier Vasquez. A lot of people don't talk about him, but he's a guy who been there, did it for 15 years. And I think 10 plus with 200 strikeout and not be able to throw, need to throw a 97, just like know how to pitch. And I really tried to emulate his work ethic.
How did you deal with injury mentally? You know, Spencer Strider, you had some knickknacks and you had to battle through a lot of different things. But Spencer Strider, he just keeps coming back, but he keeps getting the setback. What is that mentally like when you're trying to, one, have fun as a major leaguer, but also trying to deal with the mental aspect of your body failing you?
You just gave me chill bumps. You got to give me chill bumps. The advice I can give him, try to put right people around you. You know, it's hard that mentally you're capable to do it on a higher level. And every time you finally start getting in the run of things, feeling great, getting confident, boom, something else happened. And then if you don't have a good surround group around you that keep pushing and keep you mentally healthy, it's going to be tough. It's a hard time going through it because you see your brothers out there. And things gonna help him if the Braves get on a good start. But if they start struggling, it's gonna bear down on them more.
Former major leaguer and former Atlanta Brave pitcher Jair Jurrjens joining us here in the locker room on the Fan 680 and 93.7 FM.
Jair, we always talk about the team kind of coming to the end of spring training. You want a crescendo, get ready for the beginning of the year. As a pitcher, how do you ramp up through spring, not burn yourself out, not get injured, but be ready for opening day to potentially go 6 or 7 innings?
It's a work ethic in the offseason. You know, in my time, I always liked to come in spring training, like ready for spring training, not get ready in spring training. If you come get ready in spring training, sometimes your body's not going to be used to getting sore, the setbacks you get in the off season. But sometimes in the off season, you throw a bullpen, especially the first 2 ones, you're hanging, you know. And if you're not used to that, because you can work out as much as you want in the off season, the first week, 2 weeks in spring training, oh my God, it's like a train just ran over you, and you don't know what to do. And after the second day, you see everybody in the cool tub. You see everybody in the cool tub. It's like it's a barbecue. It's like it started with the off season, man. It's like get your body rested, get in the gym, but get after the baseball activities too.
What's that time frame? Because just say the season ends, you win the World Series, you finish in October. What's like the rest time and what's the ramp back up? Because your off season is short.
Yes, I think if you get, I never got a chance to get to October. Then I think if you get to October, I think there's a thing that the players and the organization got to have a talk to see how we want you to come in. But if you don't get to October, I think we have enough time. Like, everybody's different. You know, I can't talk for everyone. Like, I used to take 2 weeks off of doing nothing, and then I start slowly with the gym, 3 weeks in the gym, then I start tossing, then slowly start building up to throw bullpens. And I wanted to have at least 2 live VPs, like an up and down feeling. And at that time, the Braves had, you throw so much minutes in the bullpen, so much minutes in live VP, a day off, then you gotta go again. Then I needed to get used to up and down and all these pitches for me to be ready for spring training.
Jair, you mentioned Pudge. I'd love to hear some Pudge stories when we get a chance. But as far as working with some really good catchers, of course, McCann here for a long time. What do you think of Drake Baldwin and the job he can kind of do this season, and some of if Sean Murphy comes back healthy? Like, what do you think of the catching core here?
If I'm hearing from Cedric Trump.
Netherlands.
Yes.
That's another one.
Yes.
Gosh, Sir Chadwick.
Yeah.
That's what I used to, yes.
Yeah, what I heard
love him.
from Trump, he talk about him. He's a guy you always want to learn. And it reminds me of Brian McCann.
Interesting.
And that's the thing that Brian always used to do is first couple of bullpens, he's catching everybody to see how everybody's doing. And if you really see it, they're almost similar. The offensive catcher, I think they have good chemistry with the pitchers. And for us as a pitcher, that's what we want. You know, the chemistry, knowing what we want to go to on this situation of the inning. If we're in the jam, this is the pitch I want to go to. And if he can learn that, he's going to have an amazing career.
We want to get into conversations about the relationships with pitching coaches, with managers, with a new manager coming in, and we need a scouting report from pitching coach Jair Jurrjens on John Michaels as you guys cross paths. Down there for Braves fantasy camp.
We can talk about how I hit. We can talk about how I feel. Pitching, not so much.
I was listening to Coach Jurgens, and he said you need to come to spring training to make sure your body's in shape, or else you're going to have setbacks, or you're going to have in a situation where you're in a hot tub. I want a scouting report on John Michaels when we return here in the locker room on the Fan 680 93.7 FM.
Jair and I had locker rooms right across from each other at Braves Fantasy Camp. Lockers, yeah. Right across from each other.
Yeah, he was big time. He had two lockers. Yeah, two lockers.
No, it's just I'm fat. And
This is why the Coach Jurgens, you were pitching coach for the Netherlands, and you also were part of Braves Fantasy Camp.
Yeah.
And I want a scouting report on my
we'll
teammate.
get to that. We're going to talk about connecting over
teammates, John Michaels. Now, my preliminary scouting report, because we begged him. We begged him to start working out a couple of weeks before. We begged him, and he just rolled right into it. So you got a chance to see it. My scouting report on him would have been an elite storyteller, a strong clubhouse guy, and a guy who had excellent old school competitiveness. That would be the scouting report I would send to you as a player. What did you see from our teammate, John Michaels, who had to go out in the field, but also pitch for his team down at Fantasy Camp?
You can be honest.
Tell the truth.
It's okay.
All right.
He's my boy, though.
This is a safe space.
No, you can be honest.
Okay.
It's not good.
He takes criticism really well.
I want to be honest. He did not last 2 days. He blew out his hamstring the first day. Then, after the first game, he was hurting already.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean? I think that got in his swings.
Yeah.
And because he was trying to hit a home run, and I told him, my man, listen, just nice and easy, just make contact. Don't tense up so much. And actually, after that, he started getting more base. He was one of the best hitters.
Okay, there you go.
Yes.
Now, the next thing was, how was his coachability? How
amazing,
coachable is he?
Coachable.
All right, there we go. I like that.
Amazing, yeah. He's always ready to listen, and even ask questions. No, he was amazing. One of the funniest guy I've been around. But the pitching side, oof. Thank God I was not on the multi-year contract.
So in fairness, we had got eliminated in the earlier game.
Yeah.
I had a 2 RBI single to put us up 5-2
Correct.
in the
And we
top of the
lost.
6th. So if we win, we have a chance to go to the championship.
Correct.
We give up 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th. We end up losing. So the
You got
next
one more game to play that means nothing.
The next game is a throwaway game.
Yes.
And they were like, "You want to pitch?" I go, "Sure."
Everybody tries.
Now my warm up lasted about, I don't know, 9 throws with Millsy. Me and Mike Mills, who was our best player.
Yeah.
I threw a couple of, all right, I should be fine. And I should have known as soon as I hit the mound. I hadn't thrown since 1998 was the last time I had pitched.
Yeah.
and it was either bounce
Yes.
or airmail. Dead straight.
Well, that counts for something.
I have put that in the archives.
That will
and
never
be
be
seen.
Who sent you that video?
I think McMichael or Pete Smith. I think it was
my
Greg
God.
McMichael.
So the worst part
video.
is we were in
I can't put it out there.
Cool Today Field. So we're on the main field.
Main field.
And we were the only game playing. So everybody in the back rooms could watch
Yes.
on TV.
Yes.
That is not getting
No,
posted.
that is not to leave that phone.
no, it's not. It was terrible.
It was. He had
Is this
one,
him on the mound?
He had one good hitter.
Yeah.
All right, he strike him out. That's it. After that, he went back to bouncing the ball to
Wow,
the catcher.
you make my heart
So I
sing.
think out of my first 12 pitches, I may have thrown one strike,
Yes.
maybe two. Jair comes out, and literally this was his advice. And this goes back to connecting over music. He goes, put in your head that you're
Yeah.
singing Ozuna or Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
And I promptly got the next guy out.
Correct.
And then I forgot the lyrics
Yes.
because I don't know any of the lyrics.
Jair Jurrjens joining us in studio, former Major League Atlanta Braves. To that point, we're getting a new manager and new coaches. Our new pitching coach, Jeremy Hefner. When things go wrong, fans, we always just put it on the manager. Oh, he left him out there too long. He didn't look well the last start. Why didn't he give him a game off? What's the relationship between a pitching coach and the manager, and what are some of the conversations when you're on the mound that don't just involve just tactically getting a guy out?
I think my era is different. Back in the days, I think you get to the big leagues, I think you have a really good idea what you're doing. Most of the time, it's the veterans on the team that actually is your pitching coach, and the pitching coach is just like there to like, hey, you're doing this, you're drifting a little bit and doing this. But most of the time, like what I tried to do with the Netherlands team, I always love to have a veteran there, because the message from the veteran to a young kid is gonna be more profound than the pitching coach, because it's coming from a brother.
Like a Kenley Jansen or
Correct,
something?
Correct. You know what I mean? And that's why then my era, I had, again, John Smoltz, Tim Hudson, Glavin for a little bit, you know, and just having them standing in and not saying anything till the end of the bullpen, like, is the best coaching you can get. Like, that's why the pitching coach, in a way, likes to have veterans on the staff, because it helps makes the job easier.
You mentioned the advice you got from Huddy when you were traded was the best advice you ever got. Do you care to share part of the story or how it went down?
It's just I was going through a personal stuff at that moment, and I asked him, and he was straight up like, I think we just know each other for a couple of days, and he told me, like, to be part of this business, the person you choose to be in your life is a special person. Like, everybody wants to be part of a professional athlete's lifestyle, but not everybody can handle it, being by themselves and do stuff by themselves. Then at that moment, I was going through a part of something, and Huddy gave me advice that I followed, and it paid off.
That's awesome.
When you look at pitching today, just the change, even from the time you were in the league, which wasn't that long ago to now. When you were in the league, the idea for a starter was to go as deep into a game as possible. Now it's throw as hard as you can for 5 innings and get out of there. As a starting pitcher, could you have lived that life leaving after 5 innings where they kind of say that's all you're going to do? Or did you want to be a guy that was out there to the ninth?
Personally, every time I went out there, especially the first half of the season, I was trying to save the bullpen down the road, because when it comes to the second half, and if you're making a playoff run, the bullpen's gonna be the staff's gonna get you in October. Then every time I took the ball, and at that time they were paying for innings. My goal was always 7+. You know, if I get 6, they can say that's a good outing, but I would not be happy with myself if I don't get to 7.
You played under Bobby Cox. You played under Freddie Gonzalez. We talked to Drake Baldwin. He started his rookie year under Snit. Now he's got another manager. What's it like when you go from different managers, especially to similar, an old school manager, and now a younger manager for Drake Baldwin? What's it like when you have the greatest manager of all time here in town, and then you go to a managerial change? That's what we're going to see this year for the Braves.
Walt Wise, I had him in Colorado.
Okay.
I don't think the thing with Walt, I think he learned how to be part of the new generation, but he still has the old school mindset. You know, he played in the '90s with the best team of the Braves. Then I think he has the Braves country in his heart. I know what it takes to win here, and the good thing is if guys. His job before this was the bench coach, right? Mm-hmm. The bench coach has more contact with the players, like stay ready. You know, how you feeling? You know, the managers in a way has contact, but is now face to face a lot. You know, Snake might be different because Snake was a bench coach and a third base coach too, but that makes Walt Weiss a better manager for this young group because he was a manager in the old era. Now new era, he had the chance to learn more. When you're a bench coach, you pay attention to more stuff. You know what I mean? You know how to talk to play, how to get players to be ready. I think I don't think it's gonna be as much as a different because Baldwin grew up with Walt. You know what I mean? And Walt was there when they won the championship. Then I think it's a good match for these young guys because you get the old and the new.
When you look at this Braves lineup, what do you see? When you see, I called them the Fabulous Five. You're talking about Austin Riley, you're talking about Matt Olson, you're talking about Ozzie, you're talking about Acuna Jr., you're talking about Michael Harris II. You throw in Drake Baldwin as well. But when you see those guys, what do you see as a pitcher, the potential of what they could be able to do?
And most of you say was 2 righties and 3 lefty, right? Mm-hmm. It's all
and a switch hitter. It
all depends where they're going to hit. You know, as a starting pitcher, you try to navigate who you want to face in this era, in this situation, right? Then, if you have Acuna,
right? Let's say pretend he's leading off. What do you do?
Oof. You know, if you got to make damage, let it do damage on first pitch. You know, it's like because he get on base, a chance you got to be worried about him, keeping him close. Then you're not gonna focus on the other guy. Then it's not a base hit or it's a 2-run home run. Then it's another base hit. He's still on base. And then the guy after is gonna run too. Then it's like you gotta pick how you need to navigate to a lineup. And sometimes the hitters like that, you gotta challenge and let himself get out.
Jair Jurrjens joining us here in the locker room on the Fan 680 and 93.7 FM.
That just made. Who was your toughest matchup? Oof. Who did you hate seeing across the way from you the most?
Oh, my God.
There were probably a few, because you did have some really tough teams to go up against.
Yes, but most of the time was the guys that nobody paid attention to. Like, I had problem getting Willie Harris out, and it's unbelievable. Like, I think Willie Harris was like 6 for 6 or 7 for 7 off me. And one day, I think the wind was blowing in. I said, like, I'm not going to try to pick it. And I just tried to throw it down the middle. He hit the ball, like, against the fence, but it was an out.
Right.
There you go, yeah.
Then when I got him out, I said, I got you now. And after that, I don't think he got a base hit. But a big name, Henry Ramirez, you definitely have my number.
You got a chance to face, I guess, kind of like your growing up kind of hero and Andrew Jones a few times. I heard that one pretty well.
Yeah, why you guys doing
that?
that? Why you guys doing that?
Talk about facing a guy like that who you grew up watching from your country and how it went for you.
First of all, that was the first time 2 Curaçao play against each other. The story I got, there was Little League games going on and the baseball games, everything stopped. Everything stopped for the first AB. The whole game that I faced him, every time we came up, we faced each other, they stopped everything. And to be part of a story like that, stopping your country, for them to see you do your job, I think is something you always got to take from that. And the result was 3 strikeouts in the first game.
You got him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice work.
And you let him know about it too, didn't you?
No. No, I tried to be more professional as possible.
Sure.
From Curaçao, you guys had years ago one of the great prospects of all time.
Yes.
Who ended up in Hensley Bam Bam Mullins. Mm-hmm. Have you ever had a chance to get to know him throughout the times?
Yes, he was our manager for the couple of baseball classic, and I think when I was coming up with the minor leagues, he was running the program that all the professionals go work out, and he's a big part of all the generation came after Andrew to be in the big leagues.
Yeah, he was one of the guys that I used to trade for all of his cards because he was supposed to be the hot prospect.
Yes.
The problem was I kept giving up Ken Griffey Jr. rookie cards for Bam Bam, and I don't think the value is still the same.
Yeah, no.
But it's great to see him still in baseball.
Yeah, no, right now I think he's in Netherlands right now. I think he has a son that plays soccer. Then I heard that he's really good. Then I think he's helping him pursue his career in soccer.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, I want to know, when are you taking us to Curaçao?
Oh, whenever you guys want to.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to call our folks at Sandals Resorts.
We do. We need to go down to Sandals.
My last year with the Braves, when we went to LA, Kenley had his chef make a specific dish
Which
from
was it?
Curaçao. I knew you'd ask me that, but he brought it in, and Ozzy, they put a plate together for me, and I will say I could not play on it. If I were a player, there'd be no way I could have eaten that meal and gone out and played. Seafood, definitely seafood, and almost like I want to say rice, but it wasn't
like
really.
paella?
Mofongo.
What did you think it was? Or
It was slimy?
Yes.
Yes.
Not really my texture either. I looked at Ozzy.
It's okra stew. Yeah, it's yambo. Yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah, yambo.
And I
So
was like,
Kelly, if you don't know, all she eats is tomato slices
not-
and eggs.
Yeah.
That's it.
no, not to believe
That's
anything
all
he
she-
says. It's not true. But it certainly, like, the aroma filled the whole clubhouse.
Made you sleepy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it does it to me when I go home to go.
Have you found anywhere to get stuff, that you feel like is somewhat close to home around here, or it's not really?
I think Curaçao is a hybrid island that we go with every culture, and most of our culture lean towards like the Latin American culture, rice and stuff, like beans and stuff. Then I got some Dominican spot and Puerto Rican spot that I order from at home if I want
All
to.
right, tell me where.
There you go.
I send you.
I was gonna say, I don't live too far from
Yeah, I send you.
All right, I tell you what, coming up, we'll get into some things off the field with Jair Jurrjens. We'll pick your brain and see what you have in the coffers and what you would like to have in them when we return here in the locker room on the Fan, 680 and 93.7 FM. And now we'll get into what he has going on himself. What are the things you like to do? You trying to get into coaching, managing? Are there any levels of baseball? We saw what you did with Andrew Jones, the World Baseball Classic, representing the Netherlands. Do you have the Jones, the itch to be a coach of some sort in Major League Baseball?
I'm getting myself ready if an opportunity comes. Definitely. The national team is giving me a love of teaching my knowledge. I think it's easier when I think that you know the guys a little bit. I'm working towards it. Me and Andrew had a couple of conversations. I hope I have a conversation to have with the Netherlands too to see what's gonna be the next step because we're getting younger and we gotta start developing more pitchers and start getting more in contact. Reach out to the Braves to see if any chance I can help them in AAA with the guys that they think can be the next guys up if an injury happen. I'm not really trying to go in and try to be a pitching coach. I'm just trying to go in, explain them a little bit of the mind game too. Right. I think when you get to AAA, you got the stuff. If you're on the 40-man stuff, you got the stuff. And especially these days, if you don't have the stuff, you don't get that far. Then, but in the part, you got to put the pressure, what the team is expecting from you. And I think if you cannot control that, like I teach young kids, baseball is 99% mental than physical. If you can't control your nerves, you can't slow the game down, the game gonna speed up on you. And when you speed up, like especially with the pitch clock these days, you can't slow it down either.
Right. And you talked about getting into the entrepreneurial avenue as well as you have some gear you would like to flood the market with.
Yeah. I got coming up with some gears like some hats, hoodie, beanies. I got my website, jairjurrjens.com.
Yourname.com?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm part of the group 2 with Baseball United. There's a league that we coming up in Dubai, trying to give more chances the region over there, but to the kids over here too, especially for the younger kids that are looking to play more.
That's awesome. We do a thing every year before the Brave season starts,
Yeah.
and we usually we call it. What do we call it?
This is the safe.
It's the safe.
The locker room has a safe. We
Yes.
come up with our producer, esteemed producer, Road Dog. He throws out some superlatives that we think the Braves may reach. We go the over, the unders, and then we lock them away until the end of the season. Now we feel better. Ours is going to be more authentic with you here as you get a chance to see this go down.
If we fail, that you guys gonna blame me, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, that's how it works.
Yeah, I take it for the team.
Okay.
I take it for the
He's a
team.
competitor. So now make it to the
Good
part of the
teammate.
show, and we're glad to be joined by Jair Jurrjens as we go and put these down into the locker room safe.
There it is. 7, 6, 5, 4.
It's a big code.
680.
Keep it safe.
Please say password.
Patented.
Access denied.
Patented.
Access denied.
Patented.
Access granted.
Which one was the word that opened it up? All right, here we go.
Be somewhat brief. We don't need a full-on explanation. Just
Why
get
are you looking at
on
me?
the record?
When you say that. Okay, we
Let's
get
just
it.
go.
We get it.
All right, we got 14 categories to go through.
All right.
These were
Let's go.
all put together by Carlos Medina, and as you mentioned, Chuck and Chernoff are going to be doing these same ones later this afternoon. Let's start off with Matt Olson. Home runs, over-under, 35.5.
Over.
Easy.
36. He got off to a slow start. He's going to be better. 36. I'm going with the over.
I will go over as well. He's the only guy that wants to stay healthy on this baseball team, so he's going to play a lot of innings.
No, come on. No
What?
negativity. None of that.
Yes.
Over for Oli.
Okay.
I'm going to take the under. He hit 29 last year. I think he'll go like 34.
Whatever.
34.
All right.
All right, let's stick with Matt Olson.
Over.
What we're gonna do-
I say 40.
There you go. He's going the over.
I like it.
You would.
All right, stick with Matt Olson. We're going to do doubles. Doubles at 37.5.
That's a good number. Give me the under. I think he's going to be getting home runs, so give me the under.
All he does is hit doubles, more so than home runs, so he's going over that one as well.
What was that number again?
37.
37.5.
I'm going to take the over. 40 doubles.
Over.
Over.
All right.
You're so high on Olsen this year.
Yeah.
All right, let's move to the third baseman, Austin Riley. Home runs, 28.5.
Oh, he better hit the over. He better hit the over. That means he's healthy all year. Come on, Austin.
It
Don't
better
do your boy
not
wrong.
be under 30. We got to have it. We got to have it from Austin Riley, one of our fantastic 5 Braves. I'm going the over.
He looked great. Spring training came in with the flow and the hair and the facial hair and everything else. He looks like he's ready to rock and roll. I got to take the over.
Yeah, he's gonna bounce back this year in a big way. Over.
Stay healthy.
Over. He has popped to the other side, short portion right field.
There you go.
All right, so you guys got him going over on the home run. So how about Austin Riley RBIs at 91.5?
Jeez.
Boy, these numbers are right on it.
Over. Easy.
Okay, Jair says the over.
The way Acuna's playing, over.
Be on base a lot?
Yeah.
91.5. I'm going to take over. He's had 3 years when he's fully healthy that he had over 93 RBIs, 93, 97, and 107. He's going to be healthy. He'll drive in 100 runs.
Yeah.
I'm going with the over.
Oh, my God.
If the man's upright and he's hitting home runs, some RBIs should be coming home. Give me the over.
I'll just go slightly under. He just misses it with 89. It's all right. Everybody can't go over on everything, for God's sakes.
I have, and I'm considering doing it again.
You are going
but
to.
maybe they'll drive in runs in front of him. I'll go just under as well. Just under.
All right.
All right, I did think we did. I think we learned we can't all go over with the Falcons,
Yeah, we
but maybe
failed
we didn't learn
miserably.
that
That's
lesson.
right. You're right about that.
All right, Ronald Acuna Jr., home runs, 39.5.
I'll take the under. Slightly under. It might be like 34 or 35, but I think there gets to a point where people pitch around him.
Hater.
Maybe. To give me the under.
I think he'll be more inclined to just be a menace on the base path. Give me the under.
39.5? Mm-hmm. God bless. 40's tough to get to. I'll take slightly under as well.
I'm going to go be positive.
Yeah.
Everything is going to be over.
Yeah, he looks good, man. Watching him in that World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
got me
I saw
excited.
him in person.
Yeah.
if Michael's in that 9 hole and he's going well, I think he goes over. But I that's a big number. I'm going under.
All right, Ronald Acuna steals 39 and a half.
Oh, under.
Under.
Yeah, under.
Under.
Yeah, you want to keep him healthy. What was it? 39
39 and a half.
Jeez
Same as the
Louise.
home runs.
He did 71 years, is that right?
He's only had 1 year of over 39
my
stolen
God.
bases. Only one.
That's crazy.
And that was the year he
only
stole
has to do like
73.
half. I'm going to go over. I think he's going to be aggressive.
All right.
Be feeling good. I'm going over.
Braves will win 120 games, according to this show.
Well, we're going to get there. Ozzie Albies hits 157 and a half. 157 and a half.
So Albies had 145 last year in 157 games, so I'm going under. No, he can still. I know he didn't hit great, and he can get the average up a little bit, but I'll just take slightly under. 157, you said?
Yes, sir, in the hook.
What are the averages, John?
I'm going to take the over.
You're going over.
On Ozzie Albies. Look, he's due for a bounce back year. He had a terrible year last year and still had 145 hits.
Right.
Yeah,
So, yeah, give me the over.
I'm with John.
What's that number?
157 and a half.
157 and a half.
We have
Give me
one-
the over.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna back my boy from the island. I
Heck
think it's
yeah.
gonna be over.
There you go, Jair.
He's had
There you
4
go.
years. 4 years
just,
over.
just clip over and keep replaying it. He likes his break.
All right, Michael Harris, the second home runs, 21 and a half.
I like that number.
That means 22 is the number. He go over. He had 20 last year, and he was
Yeah.
just had his worst season ever. Give me the over.
I think he goes over. I think this is a big year from Michael Harris, too. I think so.
I'm taking the over because I know Big Mike is listening, and the last time Kelly said something bad
That
about
was-
Big Mike,
I think it was
Big
me.
Mike texted me. Or no, it was actually Finn.
I was going to say, I do
Finn
not.
said something bad.
No.
So I'm
Numbers-
taking the over. 21 and a half. Give me 24.
Yeah. I mean, he cannot. Yeah, over. I'm going over.
All right, all
Go ahead,
over.
Jair. We know. Over.
All right,
Nah.
a man.
Oh, you're taking the under?
Under.
You're going under.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Spraying it around the field this year.
Yes. I
Okay.
prefer a high average from
There
him.
you go.
All right.
I like that.
All right, a man we talked to earlier today, Drake Baldwin, home runs, 25 and a half.
I'm going to take the under because I think eventually catching as many games as he's going to have to catch might wear on him. He might hit about 23 or 24, but I'll take the under just slightly.
Give me the under. Just the brutality of the catching position. We don't need that from him. Just need to clutch hits. Yeah, give me the under.
I will take the under as well.
Whatever.
Under 2.
There it is.
All right. Clean house. Under.
Whatever.
Come on, Sid.
All right, let's move to pitching. Chris Sale starts 24 and a half.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Man.
Not too many are
Did
doing that
you
anymore.
have a certain number of starts you tried to hit every year? Or just
30.
go 30? Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, 30 or more?
Give me the under. We might need to save him for the postseason. I'm taking the
Crazy,
under.
dude. You just told him that he
Save
was
him.
our ace.
Yeah.
What number was it?
It's pretty
24
spot on.
and a half.
No, he's getting at least 25.
You going
Take the
25? All
over.
right.
He's only had 1 year of
Yeah.
24 or more starts since 2019. Give me the under.
Year.
Hey,
I like the confidence, man. I'll go under.
we might need him.
That's right. We're going to need
we
him.
might need him then.
Let's just start. Let's have to go deep.
I think.
All right.
All right, Ronaldo Lopez starts 20 and a half.
He better.
Now I got to be negative.
Stop being,
Under.
I'm not being negative.
He's part of this. Show up when he shows up. Hopefully he's just healthy. I can't hope on that. Based on what I'm seeing, give me the under.
Just because everybody else has been hurt?
Yeah.
Why?
He's coming off of something?
Yeah.
His
shoulder.
last start
I
wasn't
know.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So last year was 25 starts?
No.
No.
2 years ago. I'm sorry. 2 years ago, 25
Yes.
starts. Now he's coming off some action. We're just gonna keep throwing him out there. Take the over.
20,
Yeah,
20 and a
over.
half. How many was it?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, 20 and a half.
All right.
Over.
Somebody
for
got
me.
to piss for God's sake.
Let's go over.
You might
Yeah,
have.
I'm going to take the under. He's only had 3 times in his entire career. He's gone more starts than that, so
All right.
under.
All right, let's look at the mid-game. Braves All-Stars, 3 and a half.
Give me the over. Austin Riley, Ronald Acuna, Michael Harris, Chris Sale.
He sold it. I'm over.
Over 2.
I'm going under. 3's plenty. 3 All-Stars. Just under. 3 guys.
Okay.
Not a bad number.
Over.
Okay, 4 for you. 4 more.
Jair?
He did it.
Oh, did you say over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Over.
I should have done. Braves win.
How many languages do you speak? 4. Can you say over in all of them? Close.
Yeah, close.
Close.
What
we know
four
what you're going to say.
languages?
Just use a different
English,
language
Spanish,
next time.
what else?
Dutch and Papiermento.
What was that last one?
Papiermento, that's a
Like the
dialect.
island version?
Yeah,
That's like West Side Atlanta.
I'm gonna look that up.
All right, here we go.
All right, Braves wins. This is the one I gave you a little hint on. 88.5 for the season.
I backed away from the machine at Harris Cherokee Casino.
Multiple
I
times.
didn't like the number because it's right on it. Can you get to the postseason with 87 wins?
Yes.
yeah.
I heard Frenchie yesterday, and I'm in his corner. 100% they go over.
100%.
He's in the camp. I'm in the camp. They go over.
JJ, what do you got? Over, under, 88.5.
Just with Strider being down, how long it's got? 3 to 4 weeks. It's like 6 starts.
Yeah.
Just under?
Under.
Just under, he
Yeah,
says.
I was thinking like 86 or
Injuries
87.
are nuts, man.
Give me the under.
Yeah, I got to take the under.
Give me the under.
You're not.
We don't. It's not because something bad is going to. Yeah, you can get in with 87. Give me the
You're a
under. Give
wild
me the
card
under.
team.
Yeah.
I just need to get in. We just
we
need
can
to
make
get
it to
in.
88. Still hits the under.
Yeah, give me under.
I take
I'm going over.
All right, of
I'm going over. That's not of course. I'm going over.
We're gonna get
All right,
you.
last one. Give me your World Series in the winner.
Ooh.
I'm going to go Dodgers
Shocker.
and Red Sox. I don't know why. I'm just throwing them in there. And the Dodgers are going to win it. Nobody's beating them. I don't know anything
Who
about
wants it next?
Toronto and the Dodgers.
Give me Seattle and the Dodgers.
Oh, Seattle had a good year, yes.
Yeah.
Can be a surprise. Yeah,
Who wins these matchups? Home team and Kelly?
Toronto finally gets it done.
That's bold.
The bleeping Dodgers.
Yes, it is.
That's really bold.
The bleeping Dodgers are going to make some history.
yeah.
It's too much pitching, too much hitting,
much everything.
too many MVPs, too much money, $1 billion spent. They're going to make. Give me the Dodgers.
And they
gonna
stay
go.
hungry for a third straight
Yeah.
year.
I think so.
Dodgers,
You think so?
Yankees.
Yeah.
Dodgers, Yankees, and the Yankees stop their streak.
That's a nightmare for us here in Atlanta.
I'll take it. I
Aaron
love
Judge
that one.
redeems himself from the WBC where he was awful.
All right, that does it. Let's close up the safe.
Yeah, the safe needs to go away.
Locked away for the entirety of the season. Chuck and Chernoff will do their version. They have the vault that they're going to lock up today, and we'll see how they compare at the end of the year. Jair Jurrjens, sir, we thank you for coming in. The doors to the locker room always open for you. Love to have you back in here some other time. We're going to have pump your new apparel, and we'll be picking your brain on baseball all season long.
Thank you for having me, guys. Keep the good work, and I appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys soon.